All right, I'm here with the cast of Home. How you guys doing?
Great.
Good. Okay, nice to see you guys. So I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions. You ready?
Yes.
All right, let's do this. So your first question is, who is your character? What is your character in relation to the play? And can you relate to your character if in any way? Anyone who wants to start
Ezra?
first?
Harper?
Okay, well, I play Harper Melina. I consider Harper Melina probably the protagonist as far as the play. She is kind of her own leader. She doesn't really follow anyone. She's kind of an outcast in a little bit. As far as relating to her, I think definitely. I think she's very strong-minded, very independent, and I think that's something any woman would like to be or would try to grow into being. So definitely inspired by her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, me?
All right, we all looked at you. You're next.
Everyone's like,
Well, my name is Dante James Montgomery, and I'll be understudying for Isaac, whose power is an incubus, which means he attracts the opposite sex, but in his case, he attracts the sex he doesn't want to, because he's gay, so he attracts women, and that's not what he's going for.
Very interesting.
I like him because he knows how to play the game. He knows when to execute his power. He knows when to not. He is the son of the father. He is the son of the guy who made Home, who created Home, which is very interesting. So he's a very important character. I wouldn't say he's the protagonist or antagonist. He's kind of difficult. He's kind of in the middle. And don't want to spoil it, but do I relate to him? I mean, his father and him have been estranged, so I can't relate in that way. I'm very close to my father, and he is a gay man, which I don't relate because I'm not gay. So I do have my work cut out for me to actually, seep in there and get that character going. But I do like him. He's funny. He's very sarcastic, so it's gonna be fun.
yeah.
That's cool.
I'm Kyle and I play Ezra. And yeah, definitely. I definitely can relate to Ezra. I can't relate to him because I don't have the power of reading minds. I would want to have the power of reading minds,
Yeah.
but I guess my window into Ezra is that I would say he's the youngest in the group. He's 18 years old. He's very anxious, and that's another thing that I can definitely relate to him. But he's also very open because he can read minds, so I feel like his level of empathy for other people is very high, and I would want to say that I relate to him in that sense as well.
Oh, my power, by the way, is possession.
Oh, yeah.
I'm able
You
to
tell us your
possess other people's powers.
Is the possession like witch possession, or is it like a ghostly astral?
Yeah, more as in like I'm able to go into their bodies and kind of control them. But she her power tends to, throughout the play, it gets more stronger and she starts to understand it better. So she starts to actually understand the person that she's able to possess and understand their power. So it's a strong connection that she'll have with anyone that she's and then after that I'm not gonna spoil anything.
Spoilers.
Let me just-
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, possession.
All right, so what do you guys think that people can take away from this play? There's so many superhero movies and cartoons and comic books, especially now in today's media. They're all, some are blockbusters, all superhero movies. What makes this different being theater or being a play? Like, it's the portraying of the superpowers on stage that makes it different? Is it the message? Like, what can people take away from this?
I think it's both. I've never seen a play in theater that had to do with superpowers. Films and movies and shows, absolutely.
It's really different.
Yeah, because they use all this technology and it's visual, so
You guys are just.
it's a challenge. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a talent.
I
It's a
think-
talent itself doing
Absolutely.
superhero
Powers and being able for the audience to understand your
in
powers
theater.
without having to use those like visual effects
Right.
that you could do in film. So that's definitely a first that I've seen or I'm experiencing in theater.
And also, like for me personally, and I don't want to get overly political, but just with everything that's set up with this production specifically and everything, the current events, like
Yeah.
everything that's been happening
Absolutely.
before, it's definitely, I think, for me personally, has strengthened the message of the play of owning up to yourself and who you are as an individual and not letting others dictate your life for you. And actually, because we have subject matter in the play that's like riots and
Yes.
just control of the government. It's like
Being
yes,
suppressed
exactly.
into this molding
Exactly.
like, of where they want you to be placed in society.
Exactly.
And trying to outbreak that kind of push those boundaries and limits and kind of find yourself. Because we're all different, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all very, very different as far as characters. So
Yeah. So yeah, I agree with them. We're all superhumans, but we still feel, we still cry, we still get mad. We still feel what the humans feel. So we're kind of all the same, you know. We just have powers.
That's good. That's a good way of describing superheroes.
Yeah.
I never heard that, you know.
And I think for me, because I think it's so intriguing that, you know, when you're adding this element of like the supernatural world, it really speaks out to also like, I think like a younger generation.
Without it actually being like, yo, this is about.
This is a lesson, you know.
Yeah.
There's a message that is just, I think, would be, no matter who sees it, I think they'll be able to understand it. And it's not just the entertainment aspect of it. There's also this powerful message that I think the youth could really get from it.
That's good. Sounds really good. So, I'm not sure how deep into comic book lore you guys are, or in comic book movies, but if you had a character you think your character could mesh well with and fight crime good with, who do you think it would be? Batman, Superman, Iron Man, you know? Who do you think your character would click with? Or maybe they're not, maybe they're villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going with Mystique all the way.
Me too. I was really good. Why?
Why? What do you mean? You have nothing in
You're
common
all
with
X-Men,
Mystique.
basically.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I think so. I think Harper has a lot in common with her.
How does she have a lot of... Anyway, we're talking about me, so anyway, Mystique, right? See, I'm an incubus, so I can track... Actually, my power even goes further than that. Further than just attraction.
Right.
They'll see that in the play. So I think Mystique and Isaac are very similar personality-wise. Sneaky, you know, they know what they want,
Right.
and they know how to get it. Smooth, easy, they don't... Perfect match. And she can turn into anyone. I mean, I can attract anyone, she can turn into anyone.
Right.
Bam.
Ultimate team up.
Boom.
I don't know. I mean, I feel she could turn into anyone, and I could kind of possess and kind of turn into anyone by going to their bodies. I don't know. And she's
You
kind
actually
of,
have the same power, so
I don't know,
you need
yeah.
someone to strengthen you. Need
That's true.
Exactly.
maybe, but still, I don't know. I feel like I could relate to that character as far as. There's also this other character that they've told me. I don't remember her name. She's very emo as well. It's a cartoon character.
Oh, Raven.
Raven.
Oh, Raven.
Yeah, she's
She
very
can
like
also do
an
that
outcast.
astro
Yeah.
plane. Yeah.
Yes. So, and she's very just like an outcast and, you know, to herself, and so.
I actually have thought about this.
Oh, good.
I have thought about this. Because I was really wondering where the character would go after, like where we see him in the play. And I thought about teaming up with somebody who can train Ezra and who will get along with him. So I really want to team up with Jean Grey. Because she's an she's an Omega level mutant.
That'd be
so,
epic.
That'd make
and she has mind control and stuff like that. So I feel like training wise and like I could like learn a lot from her.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
That was a good pick. I think they would destroy the two of you together.
Yeah.
Unless you guys, you know,
Yeah.
took them over.
I'll think about it. I need someone. I need a good. Yeah, I'll think about it. You know.
Okay, just have a couple more questions for you guys.
Cool.
So, how does your character's power affect your character's disposition? Like, your character's superpower doesn't make them eat a different way, doesn't make them talk a different way, walk a different way, think a different way.
Okay. I think her power makes her kind of distant. I mean, she does come off very to herself, but I think she has to be distant because sometimes she's able to feel when she's able to kind of feel their power, it's overwhelming for her, you know. So I think she kind of keeps a distance, but throughout she finds strength and she starts to understand it rather than pushing it away, you know. So yeah.
Well, I think not confused. I mean, maybe kind of confused because I mean, he knows he can attract women, which is a useful power. But I mean, not to his benefit.
Right.
So I mean, so maybe he's a little confused. You know, what is he gonna do with this? I mean, he can't really do anything with that. I mean, to him at this point in his ability, he's a little lost. And he's also the son, so I feel like he's a little lost and feels a little useless, which is why he befriends Ezra to make him feel, you know,
Right.
good. Because he can't attract Ezra. The only way he can attract Ezra is just being himself.
Right.
So I think he's a little lost at first.
Character disposition. Yeah, he's very anxious, and he's also, because he reads minds a lot, I feel like he's so over it, and he wants to detach himself from other people. And so, like Harper, I think he's also very distant, and I feel like he would want to be alone too. That's why I feel like in home he would just be with Isaac most of the time, or
Right.
in a lonely corner.
Actually, that was the last question.
Oh
So-
wow.
Okay.
Cool.
So thank you guys.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Justin.
Welcome.
You were
Can't
great.
wait to see home.
Thank you.
Wish you guys all the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
you.
And I'll see you
We're
later.
excited. Yeah.